us to Asimov's story, Nightfall. And I quote, "So the universe is not quite as you thought it was. Well, you better rearrange your beliefs then, because you certainly can't rearrange the universe. And that you can take to the bank, class, yes?" Or, as A.A. Mill wrote, "A bear, however hard he tries, grows tubby without exercise."
Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh, spot on. And speaking of well-placed literary references, what is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything?
42.
Bingo! All right. Writers of the bleak and depressing as is your generation's wont. It's time for a short story. I'm thinking 1,000 words about a time-traveling elf hybrid dwarf with a limp, a lisp, and 2 missing fingers. Surprise me. And that's class. Get your stuff and get out. Douglas.
Yes, Dr. Landers?
Your last story. We should get together and talk. I think we could find a journal for it.
Really?
No, just kidding. Why would I want to promote one of my students' works?
Oh,
Just joking. A double jokule. Haha. Cup of brain juice in the near future? And Joe, the last short story you turned in, remind me.
Family of ferrets goes on a quest to find a new place to live.
How watership down of you.
Another Douglas Adams fan, I see. Don't tell me you were named after him.
He won't, because he wasn't. Must fly.
Somebody definitely wants your attention.
sorry.
I meant your phone.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes. A most emphatic yes.
Joe Joyner. I just had to meet you after we chimed in on 42. Douglas Adams rules my heart.
Mine too.
It's kismet then. Based on the frequency of the text, I'd have to say possessive. No offense.
Another emphatic, you better believe it.
I'll leave you to it then.
So, how many times have you read The Hitchhiker's Guide?
12. I've counted and taken notes each time. You?
8.
You're behind.
How about some brain juice?
You mean a splash of rocket fuel? I'd love some. But can you with your...
As Adams once wrote, I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I don't know the answer. Let's go.
I am such a literary snob, or at least I want to be.
I want to be a writer.
I want to be one too.
I hate to be the traditionalist, but I'm a Twain fan.
Me too. Love him. Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer.
And I love Faulkner, Steinbeck, and Orwell.
Orwell, and of course, Nabokov.
Naturally. Oh.
We are such English lit snobs.
You said it.
1 month into the semester, and I finally worked up the courage to say hello to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice. No, it's not you. It's just...
You're Lady Fair.
more like raging Lady Fair.
She a student?
Yes.
What's her major?
Psychology.
Oh, right. She would be. Sorry.
No. I keep telling her that she's a psych major so she can analyze herself.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. No, it's all right. It is what it is.
What is?
Love.
Oh, right. It is.
Edgar Allan Poe, get to your point. There is anything on this planet that I hate and despise, it's the 5-paragraph S.A. One day, one of these little beasties is going to kill me.
Where is he?
You and I have played this scene out before, dearest Miss Curtis.
You didn't answer my question.
And you didn't knock on my door. Do come in.
Where is Douglas?
I would rather not be pulled into your continual domestic squabbling.
I was supposed to pick him up after his class with you.
I suppose he had other things to do.
What's her name?
Now, Miss Curtis, I am desperately, and I emphasize that word most emphatically, trying to grade these pieces of paper that are masquerading as essays.
Just so you know, Dr. Landers, Douglas and I are at a sensitive time in our relationship.
I can see that. In fact, everyone in a 50-mile radius can.
Cute. You see, we are at that stage where we are about to see if we are serious or not about each other.
It's certainly clear where you stand.
You better believe it.
But
Douglas thinks he has to be some version of, who is it he said?
a writer,
Of course, that's all he talks about.
mad, bad, and dangerous to know.
Yep, that's the one.
Lord Byron. Quoth he, there is no instinct like that of the heart.
Yeah, well, I'm about to rip Douglas's out through his left nostril.
That would make interesting viewing.
So where is he?
I sit here clueless.
You're no help.
Remember, Ryan, I've learned you cannot make anyone love you. All you can do is stalk them and hope they panic and give in.
I heard that.
You were meant to. Okay, you bitter mistress. Let's see what you have to offer.
So I told her that having good grammar was, in fact, not being an elitist.
I totally agree. What did she say?
She tried to punch me.
What did you do?
I went to a bookstore and bought a new bookmark with my name on it and a copy of Joyce's Ulysses and locked myself in for a weekend.
With your favorite brand of rocket fuel?
Natch and hot chocolate, herbal teas.
Right.
And had my therapist on speed dial. What does your therapist say about you being a writer?
My...
Oops. Maybe I sprung that one on you a bit too soon, huh?
No, really. I'm sure I'll get one soon.
You will if you stay a writer. Believe me.
Wow.
And here you were thinking this might be kismet.
Kismet? I hope you refer to the musical and not some imaginary start to a mythical relationship that will never reach legendary proportions.
Let me guess.
There you are. I was beginning to wonder where you were.
Why don't you write that down and give it to me, Douglas, because it sounded like crap coming out of your mouth.
Joe Joyner.
You would be.
Hi.
Do you have designs on my man?
Ryan, please.
Do you?
I think the right answer is not now.
Good answer. Ryan Curtis.
I'm sorry, Joe. Ryan and I have been kind
Douglas.
of... We've been trying to...
With me now, or you're walking back to your apartment, and we both know you can't walk farther than a few hundred feet before you pass out from exhaustion.
I think you
Yep.
should.
Mount Vesuvius could take a pointer or two from her. Ryan!
Once upon a time, Douglas, there was a somewhat handsome prince who fell for, chased after, a young, flowery beauty. Not quite a princess, but more like a queen.
I get it.
And he courted her, and she him, and it became the talk of the kingdom. Songs were written, ballads sung, stories told about the love they had for each other. Then, one day, he got the courage, as he often lacked it, to ask for her hand. She said yes. Elation, the joy of the kingdom. And then they settled into making babies, paying the bills, and growing old together.
Ryan.
Nowhere in that beautiful story was there a chapter about some floozy scuzz hussy by the name of George.
Joe.
You know why? Because before that chapter could get written, the woman on the threshold of becoming a queen had Gina turn into a puddle of frog poo. Got it?
I like her.
What part of that story did you not comprehend? Do I have to explain every simile and metaphor for you?
Ryan, I know this might not be the best time, but have you taken your meds today?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
Okay, good. We, when you feel up to it, should really discuss this.
We just did.
Remember the part about me liking her? We should talk about that. Maybe? No rush.
So, why pursue this major in the first place? Anyone? Let's be honest. It only prepares you to be an Uber driver and be really good at the lit category in Trivial Pursuit. So what if you have read every great novel that's ever been produced on this planet? So what if you know that quotation is a noun and quote is a verb? So what if you have a love of Renaissance lit and have a focus in Christ imagery? So what? So what? I have read 150 essays in the past 3 days that have turned my brain box into putty. Putty, I tell you! Or as George Carlin so aptly put, think of how stupid the average person is and realize that half of them are stupider than that. And I did, class. Boy, did I ever. So why pursue English as a major? Douglas! Exactly! Duh! Well put. Just so you know, if I'm found dead on campus, it's because I read one too many stupid essays. Oh, and that's a cue from God himself to end this lecture. Dismissed! Get your stuff and get out! I am going to go and read more piffle and die.
Did he say there was anything due?
I only heard the part about the piffle. Time for some brain juice?
Of course.
Not today, Douglas. Joe and I need to have a confab right this second. Does the term shank you mean anything to you, Joe?
Douglas has made it plain, at least to me, that he feels like he needs to play the field.
Play the field? This isn't a football game we're talking about here!
Does everything you say have to be punctuated with an exclamation point?
You better believe it!
Do they not know it's about to rain on them out there?
I hear ya. Pretty crappy stuff, isn't it? This is the worst by far.
Maybe we could continue this inside, Ryan?
Not on your life. We're gonna duke this out right this second.
Why don't we just let Douglas decide what he wants to do about all this?
Are you completely out of your brain pan? I have to pick out his socks for him.
That could be part of the problem.
What problem? I don't see a problem.
That's also part of the problem.
He is mine!
Girls? Thunder? Lightning?
Oh! Ooh, I will finish grading this dung heap, even if it kills me.
We need to go inside.
Give him up, Joe! You aren't equipped to handle him like I am!
It was just an innocent flirtation.
Okay, this has gone on about as far as it needs to go.
I didn't mean it literally.
Hey, girls! The lighting is getting too close for you to be out here. Brian? Joe?
Oh. My head. Oh, I promise I didn't touch a drop last night. I've heard of night terrors, but this is just silly. Ugh. Ah! What are you doing here? We are definitely not to this stage of our relationship. You're smiling. That's rare.
You better sit down, dearest.
What for?
'Cause it gets worse.
Ah! What in the name of Geoffrey Chaucer is going on here?
Even when he panics, he still uses literary references. No wonder I was attracted to you.
Was?
As in past tense.
Well,
How did you two get into my apartment, and why are you getting along with each other?
It's even worse, Douglas!
Dr. Landers?
I'm too young to be dead.
But Douglas and I can be together now forever.
Great. Even in the afterlife, you're still nutty as a fruitcake.
Ah!
Before you faint again, it's us. We are here in our spirit form as we are dead.
Ah!
That was my first reaction, too.
Douglas, we can finally be with each other.
Yeah, well, I'm here, obviously.
Me as well. And I'm a bit confused as to why that is.
Ah!
You're going to have to quit doing that, you know.
Ah!
This is going to take some explaining.
So, you're all dead. Lightning killed the girls, and Dr. Landers died in his office. Paramedics took me in, but I was released and went home. And this isn't a dream? Or maybe it was?
Sorry, love. We're dead.
And you're the only one who can see us.
Why that is what it is, who knows, but it looks like you're stuck with it.
Forever.
You're all pretty cheery for a bunch of ghosts.
Not really, but we can't do anything about it.
I did leave some unfinished business. Douglas, a favor?
How do you slog through this garbage?
I didn't. It killed me. Thank you, Douglas.
What do we do now? Yeah.
Don't forget your book bag, honey. I'd get it for you, but my hands pass right through it.
Could you not just appear out of nowhere like that all the time? Ah, you either.
You'd think you'd be better about that by now.
It's been, what, 3 days?
Don't forget your phone. You've been bad about forgetting it lately.
Got it. Thank you. Ah!
I've had a eureka moment.
Are you going to lecture about it? 3 days and I feel like I have a degree in English lit already.
Thank you. You're too kind.
She's really not.
Girls, we've talked about this. Until we can figure out why you're here, we have to play nice.
As long as she knows she's the platonic one and I'm your true love.
We're dead, Brian.
That's what I figured out. It's literary, of course. I cannot believe I didn't see it right at the beginning.
What, Dr. Landers?
Seeing that you're stuck with us and I'm no longer your professor, call me Keith. I insist.
Okay.
So, my epiphany. There are 3 of us, right?
You can count. Hooray.
3 ghosts,
Yes, that's us.
3 lives lost, all at once or one right after another. Who really knows? 1, 2, 3.
Yep, he's lost it. Being dead has made him go bonkers.
Maybe you could try doing it as charades.
Dr. Landers, Keith, what are you trying to say?
One of the most important writing principles in the universe, no less.
Oh, right. I get it!
Yes, the rule of 3! The most effective way to present events and characters in narrative is...
In a trio.
The 3 little pigs.
The 3 musketeers.
The 3 spirits that visit Scrooge.
Omne trium perfectum. All things that come in 3s are perfect and complete.
Well, there you have it. You're gonna be late for class.
You're right. Gotta go. Be gone when I get back.
Douglas!
Oh, did that slip out accidentally on purpose? Must fly.
The 3 Billy Goats gruff!
We've moved on, Dr. Landers. I mean, Keith.
Isn't it wonderful? We are living out the rule of 3 right now as we speak.
Just a quick reminder, we're no longer amongst the living. Sorry to rain on your parade and all, but there it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're the deading the rule of 3. Deading.
Deading's not a word.
Ooh, my deepest apologies.
Later all. And you're off to be with my one true love? Like that wouldn't be obvious.
Even in death, she is a psychotic. We should go with her.
Oh, let her go. She's only going to follow him to his class.
The class that used to be taught by you. I wonder who's teaching it now. Subtle you're not.
He's mine for all eternity, just so you know.
You've said as much. About 6,000 times. I wish I could get away from you.
Why don't you?
I've tried. But it seems as if we're linked together somehow.
What? What are you doing here?
I'm taking over Keith's class since he went the way of the dodo bird.
The English department is having a graduate assistant?
Yep, we drew straws, and I mean that in the most literal sense. No pesky metaphors with me. You'll sail through no problem. Okie dokie, artichokes. The name is Clive Farley, but you can call me Clive. I'm the GTA for this class. You can all now groan collectively. I hear ya. I once was you a few years back, and I think the almighty James Joyce said I'm not you now. But hey, at least you can understand what I'm saying and don't need an interpreter. Booch. So, if you're beginning to experience some pain and trepidation at this point, imagine what I'm feeling. It says here in Dr. Landers' notes that you are about to start a self-reflective analysis essay. I didn't cue you to groan, class. It is to be 10 pages. Did I say 10? I correct myself. 12. about something that has moved you to tears as of late. It's due by the weekend.
That isn't what I was going to cover next. What is he doing?
Now, class, we discuss the simile in detail.
Don't.
And why not, Douglas?
I'll kill him. Douglas, kill him.
It's just, well, it's too, too soon.
Right. You all are still in mourning. There are counselors and safe space rooms if you need them. Class dismissed. But the essay is not. Douglas, you, me, cup of joe, right now.
I want to die.
You did that already.
I want Clive to die.
That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
A self-reflexive essay? Mark Twain would spit in his eye.
It's his class now, Keith. You're just a wandering spirit.
And why is that, huh? Have either of you asked yourself that question?
I don't want to wander. I'm exactly where I need to be.
And well,
I am not sticking around here any longer. Not on your life. I'm finally going to get to go see the world. I am not hanging around two lovelorn lassies and a type C hipster. I'm out of here.
Okay, so seriously, how are you doing?
I don't really know, if you want to know the truth.
Your professor and girlfriend die on the same day?
At nearly the same moment.
And wasn't there some other chick who croaked as well?
Joe Joyner.
Don't tell me you had a mistress as well as the fair Ryan.
It wasn't like that, Clive, really. I'm not having a good time of it.
Well then, drink up, my boy, for tomorrow we die. Foot, mouth, they collided.
Clive, I have something to tell you.
Is there something on the wall?
I have been seeing...
I wouldn't if I were you.
Down, boy.
I'm just gonna say this, and before you call me a lunatic, just hear me out.
Not a good plan.
It's a fine plan.
Hey there, honey. I was wondering where you got off to.
Are you sure you're alright? I wasn't kidding about the counselors and safe space rooms. I heard they had puppies and stuffed bears there today, too. Looks like you could use them.
Clive!
I wouldn't.
Oh, let him. It will only end in tears, and I'll be here to comfort him.
I'm seeing them. All of them.
Who?
Ryan, Joe, Dr. Landers.
Okay, I think that's enough brain juice for you, I think.
It's true, I am. Either I'm hallucinating, or I accidentally took some shrooms, which I know I didn't, or they're haunting me.
For all eternity, pet.
Or, and just hear me out, Douglas, it's your intense guilt at having led two girls along and watching them die at the hands of Mother Nature.
Guilt? I have nothing to be guilty about.
You sure do, my
I
love.
don't deserve to
And
die.
what about Keith? He's out
And
wandering
I'm
there
saying
because
other
of
names
his
are son
quad.
Clive anyway.
But both of you are gonna have to shut up so I can get in a word edgewise. And so Clive won't think I've lost what mind I have left.
Okay, Douglas, that's enough of that. Puppies and teddy bears for you, and I mean right now.
Ryan, you... Ugh! You!
You English majors know all the right things to say. Oops, I apologize. Former English major, since you're no longer in the land of the living.
Just 2 more days on this earth, and he would have been mine.
Ha!
Pussy!
Scarlet woman!
Psycho beast! I'm gone!
I think it was something I said. I hope so, anyway.
Who's your little puppy whoopie, huh? Who's your little puppy whoopie?
Should I write down that my main issue is that I'm seeing ghosts?
Sure, just grab a puppy or a teddy bear and get over it. It'll cure all your ills.
All of you, look at my face. I made it. Right now. I didn't get far.
Nope.
You knew?
I tried as soon as we passed over, or whatever you want to call it.
Died, I think, is the proper word for what happened to us.
We're stuck here.
Does Ryan know?
Does it matter?
Right, of course.
She wouldn't go 100 feet away from Douglas.
For your info, I just did.
I just wanted to get away from everything just for once. To get away from the juvenile essays, crap writing that students pass off as stellar short stories, and anything to do, no offense, with you two.
Surprise! Isn't that wonderful? We're all stuck together with Douglas for all time. That's what I always wanted. Well, the me and Douglas part, anyway.
Ryan, shut up.
What is the point of being dead if all we can do is hang around here?
For one, I can always watch over Doug.
Ryan, everyone amongst the living and now the dead know your obsession with Douglas. Give it a rest.
Sure, fine.
Now in my ectoplasmic form? I don't have enough spiritual energy to move a painting on the wall. And believe me, I tried with that one over there. I don't have enough actinic force to materialize one drop of ectoplasm.
We'll figure things out, Keith.
I have. My purpose for eternity is set right out in front of me.
That's good for you, Ryan. But Keith and I would rather not be around to watch it.
Jealous much?
I am not.
You are.
I already told you, if I had been alive for just 2 more days, then
Not a chance.
a big chance.
Not on your life.
I'm dead!
Ladies, please. Let's combine our collective incorporeal energies and turn on the TV.
Gently hug the bear to your chest, letting all your thoughts focus on all your love on it. It loves you, Douglas. You need to love it back. Come on, Douglas. I know you've had a bit of bad luck, but think about the other college students. Think about the ones that don't know Africa is a continent, or that their exam questions really do affect their final grade, or that all...
I get it, Clive. I'm trying. It's not working.
Well, they won't let you near them if you growl at them.
One of them licked me.
That's their function in life, Douglas. They licked me all over.
And now you stink to high heaven.
Just hug the bear, Douglas.
Get this noise.
I know. I love you, though.
What is going on?
That didn't work.
Hi, honey. Hugs and kisses from the side of eternity.
What were you all doing?
Combining our collective uncarnate energies from beyond the grave to turn on this blasted television set.
I don't think you can do that.
We just figured that out.
Where have you been, dear?
The campus safe space room.
Ooh, with the puppies and teddy bears?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, if you could all just leave. Please.
Don't you think I have tried that?
We can't, Douglas. We're stuck here.
Right where I want to be.
Please? We can talk about it later. Just vanish. I need some Douglas time. Now.
I can stay and we can talk.
Now!
wasn't much for statues. I guess I'm still not. A blob of some kind of material that's frozen in place for all time, meant to represent something important.
I think I felt like that.
Death isn't so bad. In fact, in some ways, it's much better.
I'll never get to write the next great American novel.
You wanted to do that?
I did.
All I wanted to do was be with Douglas. Still do.
But now,
That's right. But now, as Kierkegaard said, the most painful state of being is remembering the future, particularly the one you'll never have.
that's us.
I have a future, though.
We don't know what we have.
Except for a case of the existential pox. And I declare a pox on it!
This campus.
Yeah. I love our campus.
My office with the window overlooking... what's it really matter?
Something does. Otherwise, why are we still around?
You mean, why haven't we passed on over, or whatever's supposed to happen?
We can't get away from Douglas. Not very far, anyway.
So, what does it mean?
It means we have a purpose after all.
That's what I've been saying all along.
Oh, shut up, Ryan.
You're just jealous because when we were struck by lightning, Douglas and I were together.
Okay,
and you...
let's not do that do-si-do again. Please. Douglas is amongst the living.
We're amongst the dead.
And we're all connected to him in some way.
Ooh, it's another rule of three in the making. How very literary of us. Ooh.
Douglas. Wakey, wakey.
Time to get up and pour a cup of caffeine infusion.
Douglas, up now!
We're past that stage in our relationship, Douglas.
We're here to help you.
You're here to... What?
For lack of an instructional manual, Douglas, we are going to be your spirit guides.
Or something very close to it. And I, naturally, am going to love you forever.
Please, what time is it?
Past time for you to write that essay and turn it into your sociopathic friend Clive.
Did anyone ever ask him why he's named Clive?
His mom liked horror novels.
Oh, Clive Barker.
Oh, yuck. Douglas, darling, get up, get coffee, and get writing.
Ryan...
Right this instant.
And if memory serves, it was some self-reflexive twaddle.
You're right. I need to get it done.
On what has moved you to tears lately?
Not a problem. You can go now. I've got this.
I think, Douglas, that you'll find that if you just...
I've got this. Just go to the park or something.
If you think you can.
I can. Clyde, top of the morning.
Douglas! Your essay. It moved me. Truly it did. I'll never read about poetical death in quite the same way.
Thanks, Clyde.
Class, we begin, and I mean that in the most literal sense. Meet my partner in crime and fellow GTA for this class, Vanessa Webster. Uh-oh.
so, class, developing our literary taste takes quite some time and effort.
Most definitely.
But remember, as Bradbury wrote, the first thing you learn in life is you're a fool. The last thing you learn in life is you're the same fool.
Dandelion wine.
Bong on the nose, Douglas.
How could he sit there and listen to this elitist literary garbage?
Bite your tongue.
And I think our boy, Douglas, is slightly smitten.
Well, I'm about to go all green-eyed monster on him.
See there, Ryan? Your obscure literary references are improving.
Have either one of you figured out how to go poltergeist? Because I need to, right this second.
So, class, with Ray Bradbury in mind, you'll need to write a 10-pager discussing the Martian Chronicles and how the arrivals of the families to Mars actually gives the novel its optimistic ending.
Use Chicago style. No libations without the citations.
And first round song, Clive.
We've got a problem.
You've got the problem, Ryan.
I wonder,
Wonder what?
if he refuses to acknowledge us, do we disappear into the firmament?
We'd better not.
Class dismissed. And as Keith would say, get your stuff and get out.
Hey, that's my line.
Was.
Well, he should at least
What?
say.
Give you credit? He did. Get over it. There are more important things on our plate.
Great lecture today, Vanessa.
That's Miss Webster until class is over, Douglas. Oh, that's right. It's over.
I wish I was still alive so the bile could build up in the back of my throat, gag me, and make me puke.
You are looking sharp today, Douglas.
Twice!
Won't work. Waste of effort.
Keith, I need all you got on poltergeists.
Cup of dirty dirt.
You're on. The dirtier, the better.
Ryan's going to commit homicide.
You said it.
Chicago style. Really?
It's all Clive's doing. He's a big sadistic for a grad student. I'll take MLA any day of the week.
Even APA.
Ugh,
In a pinch.
if you must. Whatever you write, Douglas, make sure it's about something.
About something?
As Huxley wrote, most men and women will grow up to love their servitude and will never dream of revolution.
He sure did. Brave New World.
Do you love your servitude?
I don't know about that. But I sure would like to take you out to dinner sometime.
I'm sure you would. I've seen it in your eyes since the first day I started teaching.
So is that a yes then?
It's an overused line, but I gotta go.
But
Dinner? Even though I'm just a GTA for Keith's class, or former class, now that he's amongst the dead, it is still fraternizing with a student.
it sure would be, yeah.
I like a little revolution. Bye.
Was that a yes or... Hello? Anyone? Can it be true? They've finally gone? Duh!
Hiya, Douglas.
Duh! Ah!
Douglas, you're going to have to calm down, dear boy, as Twain once said.
No, I don't want any Mark Twain quotes. Not right now. What's she doing?
Trying to rip the flesh off your face.
Oh, okay. Great. So in life, so you are in death, Ryan.
She's trying to go full poltergeist.
She's what?
She's having a tough time right now.
I will haunt her, Douglas. I'll make my head turn inside out and make her wish she'd never seen your lovely...
Ryan, you need to calm down.
Your lovely, beautiful face. Douglas,
What now?
you haven't told me you love me today.
He didn't tell you that when you were alive.
She did so.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
And how would you know?
He told me on one of our dates.
Hey, Joe, I wouldn't say we ever had a date.
You what?
Douglas, take it from someone who knows. You do not want to tread these waters.
Douglas.
Girls, hey, back off, please. I have other things on my mind right now.
Like another girl.
Suits me. I wasn't that interested in you anyway, if you must know. I don't know why I can't vanish out of this place.
See, Douglas, I'm the only one.
Ryan, hold that thought.
Holding it, my darling.
I didn't like the look on his face.
You mean we should stalk him?
Yes!
Now you've done it.
I cannot believe this, Vanessa. Why would he do this?
I have no idea. Not to be mercenary or anything, but do you think there's anything worth having?
Vanessa?
I know. I said it was mercenary.
No. You beat me to saying it out loud. I loved Keith.
Oh, we all did.
But after all...
He is planet 6 feet under.
There he is.
I came as soon as I got your text. Is it really true?
We're just as shocked as you. That was the lawyer who texted when we were having our daily dirt.
Who would have thunk that Keith would leave Vanessa and me as his literary executors?
Keith, you didn't.
I'm trying to think of some clever literary quote to explain my momentary lapse of reason.
You lunkhead.
Good enough.
So, why am I here?
About that.
Yeah.
If you want to know why Keith made you his literary executors, I don't know. I'm not even sure he knows why. Probably drunk out of his mind or high as a kite.
I was not!
You know, Keith could be that way.
Yeah, he could.
Insane.
A bit of a creep, really.
What are you and Joe doing here? Get out! This has nothing to do with you.
It does now.
I'm staying.
Douglas, tell them.
Not now.
Why not now?
You don't even know why we asked you to come here, Douglas.
Sorry.
It's like this, Douglas. The old bean sprout.
Yes, Douglas. See, the thing is, we don't know exactly what.
To put it ever so bluntly, we don't have an inkling as to what we're looking at here.
And more importantly, and I can only apologize for this so much, is it worth anything?
Sorry, Douglas, but there it is in black and white.
We are starving grad students after all, which you wouldn't exactly understand.
I know what school costs.
Not grad school, Douglas, dear.
Hands off my man, witch!
Ryan,
I am such a dunce.
And truth be told, I could use some extra cash.
You and me both.
I'm going to commit murder from the other side of eternity!
Why would I do something so foolish?
I think we should calm down.
Okay! I will look at it, but I'm gonna need some privacy.
No need to shout, Douglas, we're right here.
I know this is an emotional moment for you, so we'll leave you to it. Come on, Clive.
Okay.
That means everyone.
But I can help, it's my...
Out!
So, what are our chances?
No, we shouldn't circle around like vultures, Clive.
Not exactly circling, but hey, we can make a buck or two off Keith's papers.
He was our professor.
Yes, he was. Cheers.
An inspiration.
Here, here.
Our mentor.
Let's not push it.
That worthless twit.
You did leave them your literary works, Keith.
but only as a legacy. I thought that they would want to...
What? To put your name on the building?
Not that.
Okay, so maybe not your mentor. But I will let you know, he was the love of my life.
What?
Keith, she's young enough to be your daughter.
I thought that's what every male professor did.
I did not.
You heard me. Now you know why he left me as lit executor.
Us, Vanessa. Us. I thought you were all over Douglas like a bad rash.
Working on it. Cheers.
Ooh, if I could kill them, I would.
Now who wants to go poltergeist?
We should go.
I am staying to hear more of their insincere drivel about me.
Keith, we're leaving.
Joe.
Right now.
It's not possible.
So, Keith, you dog, you.
I wasn't. That is one standard that I had as a professor. No patty fingers with the lasses of the classes.
Poet, you're not.
Vanessa seems to think she was the love of your life.
She's also a starving grad student who's trying to make her way in the literary world.
So she throws your name around?
Now you're getting it.
Why did you leave them your work then?
I don't know. They seemed so sincere when I was alive. I wanted to send the elevator back down, so to speak.
Well, now you have.
Why not leave them to my precious Douglas?
Between us and the fence post, Douglas doesn't need the elevator. He's going to build his own.
You think so?
I do. He has the makings of a great literary voice.
And you never told him?
There's a danger in believing one's own press.
Let them find out on his own? Is that it?
Nail on the head, kid.
But leave your papers, which could actually be worth something, to those greedy bloodsuckers?
Keith, I know you'll see the irony in this, but right now, death is too good for you.
Ouch.
Yeah, eternity's going to be a real blast with that one.
No. I meant she was being too nice.
If there was ever a need for a Deus Ex Machina, it's right now, please.
Yeah.
Hi there. So,
So,
find anything?
it's been, what, 3 hours?
Douglas, you remember your dinner invitation, don't you?
I do.
I'm strictly vegetarian.
You would be.
What's that supposed to... Oh. You're thinking I'm using my feminine wiles on you to ensure that you find a nugget of literary gold so you can get me some extra greenbacks, aren't you?
I think that was pretty obvious.
And it would be. You found me out. So what? So I'm a rapacious vixen?
Avaricious.
Covetous.
Money grubbing.
That's one of the things that attracts me to you, Douglas. Your rapier, sharp wordplay.
But you only want me for...
I've had eyes for you long before I knew anything about being Keith's lit executor. Let that sink in.
Guys? Joe? Keith? Ryan? Come out, wherever you are. Peace and quiet in my own home? I shudder at the thought.
It was his face that really got me first, you know?
And his cheekbones, so rugged.
Hey, back off.
Girls, please. I mean it most emphatically, please.
Oh, and his nose.
I said back off, Joe.
She's only ribbing you. Apparently for all eternity.
It's true. I'm just teasing. He's all yours. Oh, wait. You're dead.
Joe.
Duh.
I was watching you sleep, my love.
I can see that.
We all were.
Yeah. Thanks. So, Keith,
Oh boy, here it comes.
were you ever going to tell me?
Tell you what.
What is going on?
Our very own Keith Landers, under the pen name R.T. Moore, stooped so low as to write the Anna Ajax series.
Oh, he did not.
The Who series?
The young adult fantasy Anna Ajax trilogy. You know, the Sphinx Charmer, the Holy Diadem, the
Yeah. You wrote those?
I was riding the crest of a wave when I first started teaching. I saw everybody else making a fast buck on the sludge.
So you did the same.
Sphinx Charmer. I had to do a book report on that when I was in 8th grade. I hated it.
Thank you.
And I had to give a speech on it.
Ah, those.
Your notes on the first 2 books.
They'd be worth something to...
Clive and Vanessa.
I already gave it to them. It's down in a legal document and everything.
But Keith, really?
They'll make their reputations on finding those notebooks.
Let them. Who really cares? I'm dead.
I love how you all just do that. In a moment of crisis, you all just disappear.
I think I'm gonna try to find him.
See?
Me too.
Douglas, dear.
Here I am with fingers crossed that there might be a penny or two in the box of wayward jottings of our former prof.
I have gone through the lot. And my advice, and I think Keith would really like this, is to donate his papers to the university library.
So nothing in the lot worth a single farthing?
Nothing to exploit, if you'll excuse the expression.
If something is here, those who appreciated Keith would do everything in their power to protect it, cherish it.
Of course.
Naturally. So?
That's what I would do.
I got a class I gotta get to.
Yeah, me too.
Douglas, do you mind?
I'll take care of it.
Fare thee well then.
Ditto, darling.
Douglas, I wholeheartedly approve.
conditioner today, lover boy. Your hair needs some treatment.
How are we breaking our fast this morning?
Hiya, honey. Is it trash day too?
Who knew?
When you don't want them around, there they are, and vice versa. Hello there? Come out. Wherever you're hiding.
Here we are, my sweet.
Ryan. You know what? Never you mind.
We were just trying to stay out of your way, Douglas.
Oh, now you're staying out of my way? How about when I'm sleeping, cooking, taking out the trash, or trying to get a shower? How about those times?
We were just giving you our greetings and salutations.
It's gotta stop.
Douglas, you say these things you don't really mean.
I mean them. Oh, do I ever.
You aren't on our side of things.
But you try and remind me every single day.
We are no longer amongst the living.
Yes, but I am. I am, Keith.
I'm sorry I got struck by lightning for you.
We. You and I, Ryan. Lest you forget that.
I know you did. But it's been a while, you know?
Douglas.
I'm sorry if it sounds callous, but there it is. I'm alive and want to exist as such.
We can't go anywhere, Douglas. We have explained this
Time and time again. Yes, I know. But I can't help that.
Maybe you can. Maybe you're keeping us here.
Okay. Okay. Then go away. I wish you all to go to the great beyond and quit being around here. See? It's not me. Maybe, for whatever twisted and perverted reason, you all have kept yourselves here, close to me.
That's me, without the twisted and perverted part.
You wish.
Shut your yapper, Joe.
Please, ladies. The one in the room who is still breathing air and enjoying life has made his wishes known.
We're sorry, Douglas. But what else can we do?
Just what Keith did?
Fine.
So, just you and I for the day then. Good. I was thinking we could go to the park and then
Ryan! You are dead, and we cannot be together. I'm going out into the world to find a living girl to spend time with.
Douglas! Offended!
Hallelujah! Hooray for my side! Finally! There you are.
Douglas, please be merciful and end my life.
Essays.
And I have to grade them.
How did Keith do it?
In the end, it killed him. And I mean that in the literal sense. He died with a red pen in his hand.
It's not even noon.
Got a flash of news for you. When recreational weed is passed and ratified, you won't be able to see me through the fog. Drink.
Vodka?
Odorless beverage of the future alcoholic educators. No one knows I'm schnockered unless they see me fall, which I'm known to do from time to time.
Come on, take a break. We'll go caffeinate with some lunar cast jet fuel and talk a little treason.
Can't. I have these to complete by tomorrow, and I have a meeting with my thesis committee later today.
And you're drinking?
You better believe it, brother. I need a little fortification when defending my thesis.
Which is?
It's entitled The Legality and Political Incorrectness of Every James Bond Mission in the Ian Fleming books.
You're joking.
Thrilling, isn't it?
Maybe you should get more fortified.
On it.
So if you're not free, where's Vanessa then?
The last time I saw her, she was surrounded by a herd of freshmen, toadying to her every whim and hanging onto every lie dripping from her mouth.
No way.
You're right. They were sophomores.
I can't turn my back for even a
It's not that she's scarlet her hair or anything, but she's close.
Later.
You want to know where I get my inspiration from when I write? I'll tell you. The air, the floor, and my breath. The very molecules of space and time itself. Cheers. And I know what you're thinking. He stepped down trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun. But yet he saw her as the sun. That is, if you've read Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, which you probably haven't. But if you had, that's the quote that would be running through your minds.
Wish we could at least turn the TV on.
I wish we would have asked Douglas to turn it on before he left. That's what I wish.
This dead thing is not what it's cracked up to be.
Ryan, there are times when you are the...
So,
There she is. The mistress. The wannabe. The other woman.
Ryan, please, can you give it a rest? Douglas hadn't even reached the mistress point before we croaked.
Croaked? Can you not think of something more considerate when discussing our fate?
We bought the farm, Keith. We bit the dust. We got smoked.
Literally.
We cashed in our chips. We crossed the Jordan. I mean, we popped the twig. We kicked the bucket. We shuffled off this mortal coil. We taking a dirt nap. A big sleep. We're pushing up daisies. We're worm food.
Hey now. I appreciate your thesaurus-like brain, but let's just put the brakes on, shall we?
I kid you not. I think I saw it flicker.
Would you give it up?
I want to watch a trashy talk show where the guy finds out he's his own dad.
Vile.
I know, right?
Did either of you have a bucket list?
I must say that I did. I filled it twice.
You did everything on your list?
I had that honor and privilege.
I had barely done anything.
Stop boo-hooing. I'm trying to imagine a girl giving birth to her own uncle.
What did you want to do while living, Joe?
So much.
One thing, Joe. Let's start there.
Really?
Politics. You want to know why? As it was once eloquently put, like its politicians and its wars, society has the teenagers it deserves.
J.B. Priestley. Hey, fellas. I heard Poetry 101 was doing their post-apocalyptic verses in room 106.
You tricky little devil, you.
And to think, I thought you were above cradle robbing.
Vanity, not love, has been my folly.
How very Jane Austen of you.
I needed some tutelage outside the classroom.
I'll bet.
Douglas, my passes have been plain, simple, and obvious.
I thought you said because you were a grad assistant.
Thinking is not on the table at the moment. And anywho, you've been in mourning.
I'm finished. Dinner?
Wonderful. My one request is for mass quantities. I like to eat.
I'll pick you up a 6.
I have rings on my fingers and bells on my toes.
Imagine the water spritzing on your face.
And the sun shining off the sea.
The hot lifeguard who gives you the wink.
Ryan, my favorite quote about the ocean is from Anne of Green Gables. Look at that sea, girls. All the silver and shadow and visions of things not seen. We couldn't enjoy its loveliness any more if we had millions of dollars and ropes of diamonds.
The lifeguard is cut like a brick with sunscreen on his nose.
And my second one is from Dracula. I'm longing to be with you and by the sea, where we can talk together and build our castles in the air.
Was that right before he sucked out her blood, Keith?
You are not taking this seriously.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not working.
Not my fault. Keith tries to make everything some literary thing.
She was an English major on the other side of eternity.
Lifeguard. Hot. Whispering her name. Hello?
It's okay, guys. Really. It was silly of me anyways.
It wasn't.
Kinda.
You're heartless.
Speaking of which, I'm out of here.
Right behind you.
Not me. Douglas and I can have some alone time.
Brian!
Okay, fine. Mood killer.
Hello? Gang? Where are you? Boom. Any nearly departed down the sink? Could it possibly be? I'm about to take a shower, and by myself would be nice. Yes, Ryan. I'm shaving the stubble off of my face. Now I'm talking to them when they're not even here. I think I've lost it. Aha! Of course this is where you're hiding. So, the hair? Anyone? Anyone? Who in the...
There he is, the altar sacrifice.
What's that supposed to mean?
The next of the long line of victims of the vivacious vixen, Vanessa.
How did you know that I'm...
The grad students in the English department have bets on this, Douglas. You cannot let us down.
Bets? Why am I just now finding out
She's
that...
left a trail of broken hearts that you can see for many a mile, Douglas.
Great. So everyone wants to see me crash and burn then?
Not at all. But if she's moved on to undergrads, i.e. you, then the rules of war and love have changed.
Meaning what?
We can only wonder such things. I'm here to offer my full-hearted support and the prayers of those who have gone before. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask a special blessing on this sacrifice.
I'm not everyone else, Clive. I got this under control.
Just call when you need help stitching up afterwards. Let me take one last look at you.
Out. And I don't need any advice from any of you either. Are you guys really gone? Out of my life? For good? You look lovely this evening, Vanessa.
Thank you. You as well.
I've never been to this restaurant. You said you've eaten here before?
Oh yes, great food. Even better service. Oh,
What's this?
it's the first draft of an experimental novel I'm working on.
I look forward to reading it.
We'll start now.
I thought we were gonna have some dinner.
Food for the body, my work for the mind. Read away. Do you think Creamy Phone of Oblivion is a good working title?
I'm not sure. I haven't gotten past the dedication page.
I had a lot of people to thank.
A lot of guys. I see.
It is what it is, Douglas.
Where's Ryan?
I told her she needed some alone time.
Good call.
We need to go in there and get him out.
Oh, how can we?
Maybe we should tell Ryan?
Joe, he made it clear he wants us out of his life. Let's respect that.
This is worse than watching a train wreck.
But certainly just as entertaining.
You went out with Dr. Coogan?
Several times.
He's old enough to be your
An
dad.
entire chapter is based on him.
Didn't he retire early?
I'm not directly to blame for that. Directly, anyway. Just read.
Good evening. My name is Harry. I'll be your...
Right on cue. Hi, Harry. Oh, where are my manners? This is Douglas. Douglas. Harry Langdon.
Wait, he's...
Yep, he is. I'm all ready to order, Harry. I'll take the fully stacked baked potatoes, chai.
Vanessa.
Uh-oh, here we go.
If I'm sitting within 50 feet of you,
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Nice. Ankle bracelets.
Liars!
Ryan, he is in the land of the living and we are not.
And he wants us out of his life.
We can only watch.
We'll see about that.
Ryan, please. I know that your feelings were very strong.
Are very strong.
But he has to see this through.
On his own.
I still have to check in with the authorities every week, Vanessa. If I'm even seen talking to you, I go to jail.
Love is such a strange thing, isn't it, Douglas?
Dude, Harry, maybe you should...
You got that right.
Oh, so no taking our orders then? I think he's chapter 4. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me see that.
What did I do to deserve that? Really, what have I done? I completely, without resentment, repent of it. You guys could have warned me, you know. I know you're there, and loving every minute of my misery. Please, guys, I know you're there. I know you have nowhere else to go. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just not every day that someone has to learn to live with 3 ghosts in his life. Forgive me?
We have a lot more to discuss than just a measly apology. You told me I was the only woman for you.
I never said that.
You meant to.
Ryan, give it a rest, will you? Can't you see he's just been through a traumatic experience?
You've no idea.
We saw most of it. I wish I had a clever literary quote for the occasion, but there just isn't one.
Did you know on the way back to her place, she pointed out every house where one of her exes lived? There's a whole street that should be named after her.
We live and learn.
He better. That's all I'm saying.
I realize this isn't the best of times, Douglas, but I have a favor to ask.
Now you can open them.
Oh, Douglas. It's wonderful.
Not bad.
Still not the real thing.
I'm just sorry we can't take a trip to see the ocean.
No, Douglas. It's beautiful. Thank you. Truly. Thank you.
And we promise to try and stay out of your way.
Speak for yourself.
You know what? You guys haunt anywhere and anytime you want. Mi casa, su casa. Always.